Hello guys, I'm Minky Kim and today I'll be talking about The Great Gatsby by Fitzgerald. The book is set in the Roaring Twenties and the Jazz Age of 1920s, and the book explores various themes such as love, time, and the American dream. The two soundtracks that I'm going to introduce to you are Photograph by the British singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran and Safe and Sounds by the American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift. The first song, Photograph, is a love ballad played with an acoustic guitar sound, and the lyrics talks about trying to preserve one's love in a photograph to let it remain forever. Now let's take a look at the song played on a scene from the Gatsby movie.
Loving can hurt. Loving can hurt sometimes, but it's the only thing that I know. When it gets hard, you know it can get hard sometimes. It is the only thing that makes us feel alive. We keep this love in a photograph. We make these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still.
The mood of this song is beauteous and pleasant, as it fits to a scene where Gatsby and Daisy first encounters after 5 years. As the soft acoustic guitar sound creates a graceful atmosphere, it perfectly fits to a scene where Daisy and Gatsby rejoice in happiness. Now looking at the lyrics, the first line goes, "Loving can hurt. Loving can hurt sometimes, but it's the only thing that I know." In the book, Gatsby commits his time of absence to become a man of wealth, as he believed money would buy Daisy's love. During this time, Gatsby tries to overcome the pain of his dearest love's emptiness, and he learns that love can hurt, and losing one would be a huge deal. As love was the only thing that he knew, he dedicates his time and effort to fulfill his lover. The next lines of the lyrics further connects Gatsby's and Daisy's happiness in enjoying their time together. The line, "We keep this love in photograph," reflects the scene when Gatsby shares his clippings to Nick and Daisy. This scene evokes Gatsby's feelings during Daisy's absence and how he managed to remember her by keeping photographs and letters from Daisy in his clippings. Moreover, the next line, "We made these memories for ourselves," shows how the two lovers seem to live in a separate world, forgetting Nick's presence as he quoted his feelings. "They have forgotten me," but Daisy glanced up and held out her hand. "Gatsby didn't know me, not at all. I looked once more at them, and they looked back at me, remotely possessed by my intense life." Most importantly, the lines, "In time's forever frozen still," serves to convey the theme of time, as Gatsby believes he can repeat the past, and this theme connects to the tragic fate behind Gatsby. Now, Nick describes Gatsby's strong desire to return to the past as, "He talked a lot about the past, and I gathered that he wanted to recover something, some idea of himself perhaps, that had gone into loving Daisy. His life had been confused and disordered since then, but if he could once return to a certain starting place and go over it all slowly, he could find out what that thing was." Time becomes a significant theme in the book, as Gatsby constantly thinks about recreating the past with Daisy, where he would want her to force herself to leave Tom. However, the pressure time puts on himself causes him to lose Daisy. Now let's listen to the next song, "Safe and Sounds" by the female artist Taylor Swift.
Just close your eyes, the sun is going down, you'll be alright, no one can hurt you now, come morning light.
The mood of this song is depressing, sounding like a funeral dirge, as her breathiness sounds eerie then sweet. The depressing mood fits the scene of Gatsby's tragic death, as his death marks the end of his dreams and hopes. Looking at the lyrics, in the lines, You will be alright. No one can hurt you now. Perfectly fits to a scene when Gatsby dies and sinks to the darkness of his pool. Gatsby, until his death, never gave up on his dreams, and never betrayed those dreams as he stayed faithful to Daisy. In his thoughts, he believed that Daisy would return to him. However, Gatsby didn't realize how careless Daisy was, as Nick described her as she was no different from those who smashed up things and creatures and then retreated back into their money or their vast carelessness, or whatever it was that kept them together, and let other people clean up the mess they had made. Gatsby was fooled by love. His death marks the end of his pains, and Gatsby no longer has to die for someone careless like Daisy. The next line, "Just close your eyes," alludes to a symbolism of Dr. T.J. Eckleber's eyes from the book. Nick described, "The giant eyes of Dr. T.J. Eckleber kept their vigil, but I perceived, after a moment, that other eyes were regarding us with peculiar intensity from less than 20 feet away." The eyes of T.J. Eckleber are always watching, just like the eyes of God. Now that Gatsby's eyes are closed from his death, he is no longer watched by the eyes of God, as to be set free to achieve his dreams that he failed to claim. The song further extends to the ideas of American dreams in the lines, "Come morning light," as light is connected to the color symbolism of green and the green lights on Daisy's deck that Gatsby always tries to reach for. Gatsby looking wistfully at the green lights symbolizes the unattainable dream of common Americans. For Gatsby, the green light symbolizes his dreams with Daisy. As Nick described, Gatsby believed in the green light, the orgastic future that year by year recedes before us. It eluded us then, but that's no matter. Tomorrow we'll run faster, stretch out our arms farther, and one fine morning. When Gatsby dies at his house, he for the last time reaches out for the green lights, and it is significant to understand that he is longing for the incomplete dream of his love and money. As a result, the light is representing his constant search for a pathway to reach his goals, and Gatsby's goals gave him a purpose in his life. This was Minky Kim, and thanks for watching.